Meet Tori. Tori is a 9th grade biology teacher at Middle Valley High School. Tori's key professional goal has been to create opportunities for authentic learning for her students. Creating authentic learning opportunities means that Tori wants to help her students learn through hands-on projects that require collaboration and critical thinking to solve real-world problems. This goal is important to Tori because she learned from a research journal that authentic learning through collaborative projects develops and improves critical thinking and social skills that students need for college and careers. Tori's 9th grade class is already 3 months into the year, but she feels that she has not been able to successfully create authentic learning in her classroom, especially because she has never done this before. Tori is stressed. She has a lot of material to cover. She doesn't have time to create entirely new lesson plans, and she isn't quite sure how to incorporate authentic learning projects into her existing curriculum. One evening, when Tori is scrolling down her Facebook feed, she comes across a post from Ria, an old college friend. The post is about a weekly Twitter chat on classroom challenges that high school teachers face. And this week, the topic happens to be innovative approaches to student learning. Tori is excited to join. The next chat is at 6 p.m. on Wednesday evening. On Wednesday, Tori joins the chat while she is taking the bus home from work. During the chat, Tori asks other teachers for advice on how she might integrate authentic learning opportunities into her curriculum. Frances, a retired teacher from Canada, shares her Symbaloo, a free bookmarking tool, where she has collected tons of resources for creating and implementing challenge-based and project-based lessons. She also receives advice from other 9th grade teachers who share authentic biology lesson plans on a range of community engagement and civic learning projects that address the 9th grade learning standards. That week, during her lunch break, Tori also reaches out to Juan, a colleague at her school, for advice on how she can incorporate authentic learning into her classes. Her colleague encourages her to ask for support from the school administration and, in addition, recommends a great book about creating a supportive environment for authentic learning. After exploring all the new resources and a few weeks of planning, Tori decides to experiment with a new unit. With support from the school principal, Tori feels that she has the resources and encouragement to try out a bold approach, and she is less nervous to step out of her comfort zone. Tori asks her students to identify a problem or challenge that their community faces that they might solve using their knowledge of biology. After brainstorming, her students identify 3 key challenges that the community faces. In groups, Tori's students research each of the challenges. Based on their findings, they determine that food insecurity among families in the community is the most pressing issue. Tori's students then collaborate on a plan to solve food shortage in their community by constructing a community greenhouse to grow produce all year round. It's a big task, but Tori's students are excited and ready to take it on. The project involves groups of students doing research, meeting with and learning from local experts, creating and testing a prototype, making a proposal to the school administration, and doing community outreach, among other tasks. Tori is supporting her students at every step, which keeps her very busy, but she is thrilled to see that the authentic learning activity has resulted in increased motivation and engagement from her students. In the following weeks, Tori returns to the Twitter chat and shares how the unit is progressing in her classroom and receives affirmation from other teachers. She also receives continued advice on how some things can be improved and how to evaluate students effectively. Tori also decides to write a blog post reflecting on her experience about stepping out of your comfort zone and shares it on Facebook.
Created using Powtoon.